for once, Angel Reese was actually picking on somebody her own size. Now, if I was to take bets in this, NaLyssa Smith versus Angel Reese, I'm putting all of my $2.47. I'm putting all of that on NaLyssa Smith. All right, I'm not sure it would be even close.
Angel Reese just got a major wake-up call in her career, and it came from none other than NaLyssa Smith. It was like watching someone finally stand up to the school bully. During the game between the Chicago Sky and the Dallas Wings, Reese tried to use her usual tough attitude to intimidate Smith. But this time, it didn't work. Smith didn't flinch. Instead, she gave Reese a reality check that left her shocked and embarrassed. The technical fouls were just the start of what turned into Reese's roughest night of the season. Drop a or a if you think it's time for Reese to step back. Let's go.
NaLyssa Smith was D'ing up Angel Reese pretty stoutly during this game.
The game, Charles.
Oh, man.
The game, Charles.
Oh, man.
The game, Charles.
Oh, man.
The game, Charles.
Oh, no.
The game, Charles.
Give me that. Jesus, dude. When NaLyssa Smith is doing that to you, you know you just aren't ready for it, man. When NaLyssa Smith is D'ing you up, blocking her shot, folks, Angel, you cooked her up last year. What happened?
Picture this. Angel Reese walked onto the court against Dallas with her usual confident smirk, probably thinking she could scare another player. All season, the Chicago Sky forward had a routine: play tough, talk trash, and watch other players back down. But when she faced NaLyssa Smith that night, things felt different. Smith didn't look scared at all. She stared right back at Reese with calm confidence, something that should have been Reese's first clue that this game wasn't going to go her way.
Two of them getting into it. And by the way, this started off by NaLyssa Smith going for a rebound and Angel just shoving her. Just shoving her and then complaining to the refs. And by the way, I don't blame Angel Reese for, shoving people and expecting to get away with it. The referees have shown that you are allowed to shove people and get away with it. Like, that is a given.
It all started when Reese committed a hard foul on Smith, an obvious shove. Most players would have just taken the hit, maybe given a glare, and kept playing. But not Smith. She had something to say. And whatever it was, it set Reese off. You could see the moment everything changed. Reese's focus shifted from playing the game to starting a confrontation. She squared her shoulders, tightened her jaw, and walked towards Smith like she was in charge.
Down around the rim, NaLyssa Smith and Angel Reese both got technical fouls, and things got a little chippy between the two.
Chicago's done a nice job defensively. Nice pass.
Right there.
How did DJ hit that to Smith? That was in our line of sight. There wasn't any daylight.
Yeah, the speed and accuracy of that pass.
Now we got some chippiness. Smith and Reese jawing at each other.
Here's where it got interesting. Smith didn't back down at all. While Reese was doing her usual tough girl act, trying to look intimidating, Smith just stood there, calm, almost like she was bored. The difference between them was clear. Reese was getting more fired up by the second, while Smith stayed cool and steady. And that probably made Reese even more frustrated. It was one of those moments when the bully realizes their scare tactics aren't working. And that's exactly what we saw.
When NaLyssa Smith is D'ing you up, blocking her shot, folks, Angel, you cooked her up last year. What happened? What happened last year? Was it the Indiana Fever on the jersey? That made you go extra hard? Was it that other player on that team that was like, oh, that 22, I really want to show her something? Is that what really made it? Because in these matchups against the Dallas Wings, you really haven't been anything special at. Maybe NaLyssa Smith was tired of seeing her in a meme all off season. NaLyssa's like, you know what? That next time I play her, I'm not going to let her cook me and do me like that.
The crowd noticed right away. The vibe in the arena changed fast, from a normal game to full-on drama. People stood up, pulled out their phones, and you could feel that buzz in the air like something big was about to happen. But here's the thing. Smith's teammates didn't even rush over to stop it. They knew she had it under control.
I'm not sure Angel Reese would actually want that to turn into something where hands are involved, because my goodness, I mean, I'm just going to keep it real. NaLyssa Smith, I think she sort of believes she's a little bit more masculine, right? Now, I'm going to tell you, as far as flexing goes, we talked about this a little earlier. NaLyssa Smith showed her ass last night. She did. I mean, at 6 of 12 from the field, 27 minutes, 20 points, 3 block shots last night.
This wasn't the first time Smith and Reese had clashed. They'd been talking trash to each other since Reese's rookie season, back when Smith was still playing for Indiana. Their rivalry had been building all season, and Smith clearly knew how to get under Reese's skin, something most players couldn't do. Before, it was just small moments that ended quickly. But this time, with the cameras rolling and the whole crowd watching, Reese couldn't just back off without looking weak.
Angel Reese goes after shoving NaLyssa Smith. Two of them are getting into it. Arike is trying to be peacemaker. Courtney Vandersloot immediately doesn't know what's going on. The two of them getting into it.
What made this moment so satisfying was seeing Reese realize she picked the wrong person to mess with. Her whole game relies on other players backing down, giving her that mental edge she uses to act tough. But when Smith didn't play along, you could actually see Reese's confidence drop. Her whole vibe changed. She went from acting like the aggressor to looking totally thrown off in less than a minute.
If you guys don't remember, like even last season, the two of them were getting into it through the entire season. Two of them were getting into it, and you saw literally when the referees tried to break it up, you saw them just go like, don't. Like the two of them want to get into it, and again, this is a rivalry.
The refs stepped in and gave both players technical fouls, which was expected. But after the dust settled, it was clear only one of them came out on top mentally. Smith walked back to her spot like nothing happened, as if she'd just brushed off a minor annoyance. Reese, on the other hand, looked defeated, like she'd just faced a tough truth about herself. Even the commentators noticed. One pointed out how Smith seemed sharper, in better shape, and was reading the game better, while wondering if Reese had any self-awareness after shooting just 3 for 12 that night. This wasn't just a heated moment between two players. It showed what happens when someone finally stands up to behavior that others have been too afraid to challenge.
Showing that the other day was just a glimmer of hope that she had figured out how to start playing, as in only take 5 to 6 shots a game. Get rebounds, distribute the ball out to everybody out on the perimeter, and quit shooting the ball.
What made NaLyssa Smith different from all the other players who've dealt with Reese's antics? Simple, she had history with Angel Reese. Smith wasn't about to let a second-year player try to embarrass her on national TV. She came into the league already knowing how Reese plays. Their rivalry started back when Reese was still learning the ropes, while Smith had already made it clear she wasn't someone to mess with.
She's reading plays, like NaLyssa Smith reading plays defensively.
Chicago's done a nice job defensively. Nice.
Oh.
Chance. How did DJ?
Angel Reese tries to intercept the pass, and then her and NaLyssa Smith start jawing at each other, start talking at each other. Start jawing at each other, start talking at each other.
Here's what makes this whole situation even more interesting. Smith used to play for the Indiana Fever. Yep, the same team that drafted Caitlin Clark, and the same team Reese has been throwing shade at all season. With that connection, every moment between Smith and Reese feels personal. That night, Smith wasn't just standing up for herself. She was standing up for a team that still matters to her.
You're gonna let NaLyssa Smith talk to you like that, Angel? You gotta fight her, right? Isn't that what the pieces want? Angel, why are you just sitting behind your teammates? You gotta go fight that woman, Angel. You gotta go lion from the Wizard of Oz. Come on. That's what you gotta do. Come on. This is another angle of their little dust-up that they encountered. Nice little baseline angle.
The history between these two players goes deeper than most people know. Smith has been watching Reese's act since her rookie season, and she's clearly tired of the drama. Their past fights have been building up all season, leading to this moment. You could see it in how Smith acted around Reese. She wasn't careful like other players. Smith played every game like she had something to prove.
In this game right here, if we don't remember, up until the point where the starters were taken out, Angel Reese had 4 points. She had 4 points, 5 rebounds. But NaLyssa Smith had 14 points. She had 14 points on Angel Reese versus Angel Reese's 4 in 19 minutes. They took her off, and it was a very, very comfortable win for the Indiana Fever, where Caitlin Clark, in fact, had 31 points, 12 assists on 14 shots. Jesus, post-Olympic break, Caitlin Clark was another level.
Let's talk about what Smith did on defense. The commentators noticed she was reading the game really well during that match. That wasn't luck. It was hard work and preparation. Smith had clearly studied Reese's moves and knew how to mess up her game. She blocked shots, got in the way of passes, and made Reese's job on offense really hard. The difference between them was clear. While Reese was busy trying to start drama and get in people's heads, Smith was focused on playing real basketball. Smith scored 14 points in just 19 minutes. Reese struggled, only scoring 4 points and grabbing 5 rebounds, looking tired instead of ready for a fight. The numbers show who had the better game.
Angel Reese playing like trash all game, but that confidence doesn't waver, I guess, right? The arrogance doesn't waver, right? We can miss layups, we can miss shots, but that confidence doesn't waver at all. I mean, look at this. Angel Reese, after going 3 for 12 on the night, at this point, she has a historic play where she elbows Dejanay out the way, and here we go. Move it, little girl. And yeah, Angel Reese talking that trash. Yeah. You guys can't stop me. I'm 4 for 13.
Smith's connection to Indiana makes this situation even deeper. She spent time with the team, learned their culture, and knows what real professional basketball is all about. When she sees someone disrespecting that, it hits her hard. Smith wasn't just standing up for herself. She was standing up for every player who believes in doing things the right way. What's cool about Smith's game against Reese is that in an earlier match, Reese actually outplayed her. But Smith didn't give up. She learned from that and came back stronger. That's what real competitors do. They adjust, get better, and don't let losses stop them from winning next time.
You're not seeing Angel Reese chase after NaLyssa Smith here. This is one of those basketball fights where no basketball things where people chirp at each other and they don't jump up and run after the person. Like you know it's a bit different on that one there. And
Smith is what many fans have been waiting for. Someone who can match Reese's energy without all the extra drama. She backs up her confidence with real skill and professionalism. When Smith blocked Reese's shots and played better on both offense and defense, she made a clear point. What's great about Smith's style is how easy it looked. She didn't need to start drama or cause trouble. She just played her game and let her skills do the talking. That's probably what annoyed Reese the most. All of her usual tricks didn't work on someone who refused to get caught up in the drama.
You know what's going to be funny one of these days? When none of her teammates try to get in the way of anything. Is she going to actually charge? Is Angel actually going to charge? One could say they're not in the way here, but she didn't. Oh yeah, NaLyssa's standing there here. Oh, okay. Well, she got a teammate right here. Oh, this is interesting. Dejanay does come around right there. You saw her. She's kind of trying to say, hey, calm down, boo. Calm down.
Smith showed that Reese's intimidation was just fake. All smoke and mirrors. When Smith didn't get scared, Reese's tough act fell apart. The league has been seeing this problem for months, and Smith's game showed just how serious it is. This fight between Reese and Smith is only a small example of a bigger issue in the league, where player behavior is getting harder to control. Think this was a one-time thing? Think again. The WNBA is seeing more and more technical fouls and fights on the court. Players get suspended if they get 7 technical fouls, and the punishments get worse after that. The fact the league has to make these rules shows how big this problem has gotten.
Through your perspective on the flagrant foul, and what was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know? If you either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player.
What's really frustrating is how the league handles these moments. Both Reese and Smith got normal technical fouls for their fight, nothing more. No extra punishment, no serious talk about the behavior getting worse. The league's calm response doesn't match how tense the situation really was. And you know what message that sends? It's like the league is saying, go ahead, get your technical fouls. It's no big deal. The WNBA is basically letting players act out because the punishments are small.
Many WNBA fans are calling out the referee problem.
The referees literally turned their back.
Caitlin Clark appears to be hunted every game. She deals with physicality that no other player in the league is dealing with. The WNBA not stepping in to protect their cash cow, their only draw, their only star, and this is the end result.
Let's talk about the Caitlin Clark flagrant foul from earlier this season. Clark, who usually plays very professionally, got caught up in this when the refs called a normal play a flagrant foul. That shows how closely every move is being watched now because the game is more physical and tense. When a player like Clark gets called for something routine, it shows the league is having trouble being fair and consistent. There's a big difference between players like Clark, who focus on their skills and let their game speak for itself, and others who see every small thing as a chance to start a public fight. Some players act more like reality TV stars than basketball players. This creates an unfair situation where drama gets attention, but real talent gets ignored.
The situation with Caitlin and Angel shows that they hate each other. I think they just hate, period. I think they just hate each other in general. I don't know, hate's a strong word. There is a 0% chance that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark like each other. I'm sorry. If you are Caitlin Clark, if you are a person and you got blindsided by somebody and someone else jumped up and celebrated, you wouldn't like that person. If you lost the championship game and then after the game, not just someone chasing around you doing that, after the game they're on IG Live being like, this is for you. Instead of celebrating their win, they were taunting their opponents. You probably wouldn't like that person either.
The current punishments aren't working to stop bad behavior. The league doesn't want to give tougher punishments for players who keep acting aggressively, and that's a big problem. Players know they can break the rules without facing serious consequences. The system depends on the refs during the game to decide on technical and flagrant fouls, which leads to a lot of inconsistency. These calls are based on opinions and can change depending on which refs are working or the situation in the game. Because of this, the punishments don't really stop players from acting out.
It's shocking.
Caitlin Clark will be sidelined for at least 2 weeks with a quad injury.
Footage has emerged how Caitlin Clark got hurt.
He fouls her for the 4th time. It's cheating.
Caitlin Clark is the driving force behind the interest in the Fever and the interest in the WNBA.
Rookie Caitlin Clark was subject to several intentional fouls.
What really hurts is that these fights and arguments take attention away from the amazing talent on the court. Fans come to see top-level basketball, not players arguing or fighting. Every minute spent dealing with these fights is time taken away from showing the skill and athleticism that makes women's basketball special. It distracts from the real game. The league has a big problem with uneven rules. There's a huge difference between how seriously teams are punished for breaking rules off the court and the small punishments players get for fights during games. Refs handle similar incidents differently depending on the situation, which makes the whole punishment system look weak and unfair.
So the WNBA might as well just name Caitlin Clark the MVP right now, because so far she's missed 2 games due to injury, and not only have the Fever lost both games, but now in this one, they lost to quite possibly the worst team in the league, which just shows how important of a piece she is to that team. She's averaging 19 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds a game in the 4 games she played. She is super important to that team, and it's proving it that she is the most valuable player on that team.
The WNBA is at an important moment right now. How the league handles recent problems will decide if it can become a top professional sports league or keep getting known for drama instead. Right now, it looks like short-term attention and drama are more important than long-term professionalism and the league's reputation. The Angel Reese situation shows a bigger problem that could hurt how people see the WNBA as a serious sports league.
She's going to be out for a couple weeks. Let's see how viewership does. The 3 weeks when she's out. Let's see how ticket sales go when she's out. Let's see how the WNBA as a whole comes out. Because I think they're trying to make a message to the WNBA that, hey, look, we don't necessarily have to put this woman on a pedestal. She doesn't need to be treated like Jesus, Mary, Mother of God. Anything like that. But I think if the WNBA wants to go in the right way with CBA negotiations and getting bigger and more prominent, they need to embrace change, and she is good change for the WNBA.
Angel Reese's embarrassing fight with NaLyssa Smith shows why the WNBA has to decide. Do we want real professional basketball or playground drama? You can't have both without one getting worse. It's time to support players who show respect and represent the sport well. Caitlin Clark proves you can be great and professional at the same time. As for Reese, well, she seems to like causing trouble. Comment "Fire the baby giraffe" if you think Reese should just leave. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss anything.